Okay, so this is going to be the second in our series of workflow optimization videos. This is going to be taming your web browser and using the clipboard. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use some of the things that we learned last time just to get to my web browser that was just using Alt-Tab to bring this up. So now in my web browser, I have a bunch of tabs open, and I'd like to navigate between them. So normally what you might do if you're using a mouse is you just kind of come up here and you can click around to find where it is that you want to go. But there are hotkeys to do this as well. And so this one's related to the tab things that I was showing you before. So if you hold Control and press Tab, that's going to cycle your tabs to the right. Okay, when I was doing this, this is to your left, but it's to the right. Okay, so Control Tab is going to move you to the right like this. Control Shift Tab goes the other way. Okay, so you can move around your tab. So if I know that I want to get to cats, I'm just going to do Control and press Tab twice because I was 2 over. Or if I want to go back to trim your videos, Control Shift Tab twice. Okay. Now there's one more that you might be interested in, or 2 more. Let's do 2 real quick. Another one is Control W. Control W will close a tab. Okay. Another one, you want to make a new tab. Control T gives you a new tab. Okay. I know I'm going through these really quickly, but I'm just trying to kind of expose you guys to these things so you can try some stuff on your own. Okay, we have a new window. Let's go about taming Blackboard and WebAssign. This works for me. I don't know if it's going to work for student accounts, but let's go ahead and go through it. So this is all going to be in Chrome, and basically all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding bookmarks. Okay. So first thing I can go to UC Canopy, and now this is where I do kind of need a mouse to navigate through here. So it just logged me in. Yours is going to look a little bit different, but basically what we want to do is we want to go to, that's the wrong course. That's another one that's nice if you have the kind of mouse that has a back button on it. You don't have to navigate backwards by clicking up here. So if you find yourself a good mouse, it has a forward and backwards button, so you don't have to go up here and click it. But there are hotkeys for that as well. Okay, so this is the section that we're in. So now what I want to do is I want to make a bookmark. So in order to make a bookmark that's going to just direct me to this page whenever I want, I'm going to go to Bookmarks, bookmark this page. You also could have clicked right here. And so what I want to do is I'm going to name this bookmark so I can keep track of it. This is Phys 2001, sections 25 and 31 meta. Okay, you can just name it whatever you want. Okay, so now if I do a new tab, I'm not there anymore. But if I click this, it just takes us directly to the meta course. Okay, we want to do the same thing with Blackboard. So in order to, for WebAssign, in order to get to WebAssign, what you're going to do is you're going to click here to go to WebAssign, like it says. Okay. It's going to prompt you for some credentials, or mine's already logged in, so I don't need to do that. And so I'm sure there's a hotkey for bookmarking too. I don't happen to know it offhand. So now we're going to call this one WebAssign. And mine's going to look a little bit different than yours. And like I said, I'm not sure if this works for students. It works for faculty to bookmark like this. Okay, so now again, if I want to open a new tab, I have a new tab. I got to go to WebAssign. Let's close everything. So Control Tab, and let's just close a bunch of windows. Oop, I'm not in my web browser anymore. Okay, so let's close all of our windows just so that we're clean here. And actually, I do need to open this up again because I closed too many. So you'll bear with me as I'm getting this. So now if I want to go to website, the brand new Chrome window, and I have I have my bookmarks here. So I could go to the meta course if I wanted to. Just click here, and I can go to WebAssign by clicking here. Okay. So this is making the process more seamless for us, because it's generally a pain in the ass to go through Canopy and then go through Blackboard and then go through WebAssign. You can set up bookmarks to do all of this for you. So anytime you open a web browser, you can just click the bookmark. It's going to take you exactly where you need to go. Okay. The second thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is the clipboard. I mentioned it in the last video. So basically, when you have, I can just open up a sample of whatever I want here. So this is the thing that I was talking about in the last video. When you have a document and you copy something, so if I select this, so do Control A and I copy it, normally that only holds one thing. So I couldn't copy that and then copy that and then copy that. Normally it only holds one thing. This is where the clipboard comes in. So if you're on Windows, there is a clipboard for OS 10. It's going to be a little bit different. But if you're on Windows, let's actually use some of the things I talked about last time. So we're on Windows now. Let's get our OneNote right next to us. So what I want to do is I want to go for Find Setting and then search Clipboard. Okay. So this is just the settings page. You can press Windows and type Settings. It's going to take you to here. Okay. So you go to Clipboard Settings. Turn Clipboard Settings. You turn on Clipboard History. This is going to record all of the things that you copy. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at this now. So if I, and there's a hotkey for this too. So I'm going to go Control A, Control C, Control A, Control C, Control A, Control C. Now I want to look at the clipboard. I don't know if this is going to pull up on this monitor or the other one, so I might have to switch over. To open the clipboard, it's a Windows V, right? So it's listed right here, just Windows and V. So open Windows and V, and you see now all of the things that I copied. Okay, so if I want to copy something else, let's copy the whole thing. So the whole thing in Windows V. Now I have this entire thing on my clipboard. Okay, and if I want to go back later to see something that I copied before, I just do Windows and V, and that's going to bring this up for us. Now there are ways that you can set this up to sync with your phone as well. So you can copy things on your phone, and that will sync to your clipboard on your computer. So that's really handy if you're working away from your computer and you're working on some stuff and you're like, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to copy this because I'm going to need it later. You can have that sync to your computer. I don't know how to do that yet. If somebody wants to teach me how to do that in PogChamp, I would really appreciate it. Okay, and like I said, you can do this in OS 10 too. So if you want to look up tutorials for how to do that, just go to Google and type in OS 10 clipboard. Their integration is a little bit better than Windows because of Apple's vertical integration. Like if you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad, if you have a MacBook, those things all talk to each other more seamlessly than Windows does with an Android phone. There's a little bit more setup involved if you want to use one of these. Okay, so that's going to be it. I'll give me some feedback in PogChamp. Let me know what some of the things are that you guys want me to talk about when it comes to workflow optimization. I'm probably going to be talking about OneDrive next, okay, and file management, and how, just to give you a preview of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into it now. I don't want this video to be too long. How, if you have OneDrive set up correctly, what you can do is when you have your File Explorer here, you have access to OneDrive here. So this is the University of Cincinnati OneDrive. This is my personal OneDrive. I have a Box, a Creative Cloud, a Dropbox. These are all cloud-based storage, and you can move stuff up there. You can take them down. You can pull it from your computer. You can pull it from your phone. You can send things from your phone to get to your computer. There's a lot of really useful things that you can do with this. You can share it with other people. I'll talk about all of that in the next video. All right, take it easy, guys.